What's happening, friends? Ryan McCaffrey with IGN alongside Destin Legary.
Hey.
Join us every week on Unlocked, our weekly Xbox show on IGN. Destin, this is Crackdown 3, and this is the Wrecking Zone multiplayer, which is the whole ballyhooed thing with Crackdown 3, the
destructible cloud power environment.
Cloud-powered environmental destruction. So this is a full match. Of course, I cherry-picked a match where I played well. So, there are 3 maps that are shipping with the game, each sort of with a different theme. The theme with this one is more destructibility. So this is the map that kind of emphasizes the destruction because there are buildings in your way. You can dash through them, you can shoot through them. Yeah, you see a little bit of destruction there.
They're tumbling down. The buildings themselves don't seem to hurt the other players, but it is fun to smash through the walls because of the lock-on mechanic. You're often trying to break line of sight, so you'll dash through a wall and you'll smash right through it, and that's sort of fun.
Yeah, and that's you see right there with that. I was painted right there. I was locked on too, so I was trying to break that line of sight. And yeah, that is sort of the gist of the gameplay. Is it's lock-on based. Hold LT to lock on to somebody. You can lock on from really far away, but then that's just going to give them the heads up that you've got them, and so then they can just try to break line of sight on you. So. Now the whole thing is set in like a simulation. That's why you see all these sort of grid-like patterns all over the place. And Destin, so what did you think of this?
Yeah, so for me, my game was running really framey. Like I don't think I was getting a solid 30, so that was kind of a bummer. Once I got the grasp of it and the lock-on mechanic and such, I'm like, okay, I get it. But we played for what, 2-3 hours? It was just an hour?
Something like that.
Well,
it was a while.
Let's say we played for 2 hours. By the end of the 2 hours, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm ready to try out campaign. I was sort of, I got the gist of it.
Yeah, I mean, so this is, I forget the actual name of this game mode, but it's the equivalent of Kill Confirmed from what you've seen in other games. But yeah, my big thing with this is, okay, the gameplay was decent.
The destructibility was really cool.
See, I didn't really think so.
Oh, really?
You're seeing it here. And I'll tell you the reason that I wasn't super impressed with the destructibility. Joseph Staten, the senior creative director on this project, told me that one match, what we're seeing is the equivalent of 12 Xbox Ones running in the cloud to make all this destruction possible. And like, okay, on paper the destruction is cool, but that's actually the issue that I have with it is that the buildings kind of feel like paper. Like I just felt like I was tearing through cardboard or styrofoam. It didn't have a weight to it. And I know you're gonna think
like if a building falls on you, it doesn't actually injure you.
Exactly. Like it just didn't feel like the destruction really mattered. If that makes sense.
It's just for breaking line of sight, really.
Yeah.
I meant from a technical perspective, one of my gameplay clips, I just stood there and I kind of blew up some of the statues at the very beginning. And I was like, oh man, this is really neat. It's neat how everything falls down. But when you have a piece of tech like that, it's what do you do with it?
Right.
Well, we'll have them break line of sight with it. So it's an interesting ability that we now know the Xbox has and that Crackdown has introduced us to.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that they executed on its full potential in this particular build.
Yeah, I mean, here you see like all these holes in buildings, but again, it doesn't feel, pardon the phrasing, concrete. It doesn't feel concrete to me.
Yeah.
And as such, it didn't really seem like it added a lot to the experience. And so yeah, I was with you, but by the end of the multiplayer session, I'd kind of had enough. Like I was like, all right, let's show me the campaign, which we also have a campaign video. We have the first 15 minutes of the game. If you want to look for that video on IGN or on youtube.com/IGN. But yeah, it's okay. That's the thing. It's not bad. I want to make it very clear. It's not. Okay. This is not bad in any stretch. But yeah, I wouldn't say it really wowed me either.
Yeah, I'm not like, oh yes, Crackdown has multiplayer.
Yeah.
I'm actually the opposite of that. I'm like, okay, I'm really, really excited to get in, power up and everything, and maybe I'll play multiplayer if there's some incentivization to do so. Just to check out the destructibility and blow up statues.
So feel free to watch the remainder of this match. I got a few good kills, did all right on the leaderboard. So check that out. And for more on all things Crackdown, Stay tuned for our review of Crackdown 3 coming up right around its February 15th launch. And for more on all things Crackdown, keep it tuned right here to IGN.
Skills, check. Keeping up your boom, I see. Keep that kill streak going. Okay, let the good times roll. Omega with the win.